Hey everyone, in this lesson we're going to look at James Bay's Hold Back the River. Now there are lots of layers, tambourine and stick clicks, as well as heaps of tom stuff going on. Today I'm just going to focus on what I can hear the drums doing, so hopefully you can get up and playing this song as fast as possible. So when the drums first come in, we're just playing hi-hats and a rim click. Instead of playing 2 and 4 on the rim click, we're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So it's 2 and on the end of 3. The other interesting thing is that the hi-hats leave out beat 4 but play all the other 8th notes. And so when we first come in, we come in on the and of 4. Sounds like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So when we first start out, the hi-hat has a little sizzle on it, and then I think every second time the hi-hat has that sizzle again, but otherwise it's just kind of accented. So just try and bring that out with your stick. All we're going to add for the next section, which is really the first chorus but done quietly, is 1 bass drum on beat 1 every 2 bars. Then in the next section, we switch the rim clicks for snare drum and add in 1 extra bass drum. I also think that the hi-hats kind of start playing all the 8th notes, but we still lean on that last one on the and of 4. So just try and bring out that accent. In the second part of that verse, we add 1 more bass drum. So now we have this pattern. I can definitely hear some rim click stuff going on. So here's a sneaky little challenge. If you can get all those 8th notes to happen with your left hand, I reckon you can also get your right hand to play unison on the rim and just move over to the snare drum for those kind of hits. So that would sound like this. I don't think it's super duper important for the song though, so if you don't want to worry about it, don't bother. But if you want to challenge yourself, try chucking it in there. And then we hit our first big chorus. So there's lots going on, it's really full and there's lots of layers. I think floor tom with our right hand, and then we're going to just move our left hand around a little bit to try and catch some of the tom hits that are happening in the song. So this is what I came up with. The next section, we go back to the whoa, oh, 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 oh. So I can hear rim clicks again, but we'll try playing this one on the hi-hat. There's also 1 tom right at the end on the and of 4. So I reckon we can play that with our hi-hats if we open up like this, okay? So I'll play it for you slowly. Then we're up to the breakdown, or the quiet section. And at first, the drums don't do much at all. All we're doing is hi-hats on 3 and 4 and. Every now and again, you'll hear it. So it goes 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, after that, we start to build up. So we've got kicks playing the quarter notes, the floor toms helping to build that up, and then on the end of 4 and 1, we'll just add in some toms just to kind of make it a bit fuller. So that sounds like this. And then we're into our final chorus, which we're going to play exactly the same as the last chorus that we did, but instead of having the bass drums playing 1, end of 2 and 3, we're just going to play 4 on the floor all the way through. So that's going to sound like this. one little fill that sneaks in there about halfway through that big last section. And that just sounds like this. So it's kind of within the groove, you don't do too much, kind of just add in that snare and crash, and then build up the end of the bar. Once more. And there you go. You should be able to pick out enough from this lesson to get James Bay's Hold Back the River up and running in no time. Happy practicing. I'll catch you guys at the next lesson.